Bad news. This just changed the future of Anthony Joshua, and most people don't even realize how serious it is. If you care about the next chapter of the heavyweight division in boxing, stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to fully explain and show you the moment that people are quietly talking about behind the scenes, which brings everything into question. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. This tragedy, it appears to be getting worse. Everything that I've heard involving this Anthony Joshua incident that recently took place in Nigeria is bad. There's not been one almost like silver lining or redemptive quality that I've heard. And again, like I said, if you care about the next chapter of the heavyweight division, you should truly be affected by this, because the information that is now being reported regarding the future of Anthony Joshua and what he'll decide to do and how he's currently feeling, it creates even more questions, because the conversations behind the scenes, they're changing. And it's crazy how in life, one particular incident can change the whole hierarchy of where you're headed and what you got going on. So Anthony Joshua, as you know, he was in Nigeria. A terrible, terrible accident unfolded where his driver wrapped the car. The whole right side was damaged, hit a semi that was parked, and two of his teammates didn't make it. So what has this led to? Of course, Joshua was in the hospital. They have to check you. It didn't look like it had the proper medical response. So they checked him, released him. Physically, he was okay, but mentally, I just don't know. New reports came out, as you guys can see on the screen, where Anthony Joshua makes a retirement decision after the fatal car crash and amidst Tyson Fury talks. So it says Anthony Joshua has no intention of retiring after a crash that claimed the lives, right? The tragic accident took place, yada, yada, yada. The major thing is that he has retired from boxing. That is one thing that makes us glad, because every time he's fighting in the ring, we're always carried away with emotion. So basically, different articles are coming out and saying that Joshua is not up to fighting anymore, like as a pro fighter. This particular incident has scarred him and given him second thoughts about continuing his boxing career. Now, Anthony Joshua himself hasn't come out and like explicitly stated this, but just to show you, there's tons of articles that are suggesting that this could in fact be the case, right? Joshua may quit after the crash. And this is coming from the uncle, the same uncle that I told you guys. He came out and said that the bystanders in Nigeria were stealing and robbing Anthony Joshua of his personal belongings, like his cell phone, right? Former heavyweight champion Joshua seriously considering retirement from boxing, according to his uncle, so his own family member, right? Who exclusively told our correspondent, The Punch Reports. The 36-year-old boxer survived the crash that claimed the lives of his friends and teammates. And it says the major thing there is that he has retired from boxing. That is one thing that makes us glad, because each time he's fighting in the ring, we are always carried away with emotion. The Punch, this is what he said to The Punch when they visit him. Each time he's knocked down, it's just like heart is coming out of our chest. All these emotional things and feelings whenever he's fighting, it's too much trauma for us Also, now that he has said he is leaving while the ovation is the highest, so we are happy. Our correspondent asked if Joshua had communicated this decision to the family, and he says yes, the uncle confirmed. So he's alleging that Joshua is really considering retirement and leaving on a high note after beating Jake Paul and being done with the sport. Joshua broke his public silence. My brother's keeper. We've already went over that. And that is pretty much the latest. So I'll put the link in the description so you guys can read it yourself. Terrible news, in my opinion, because I'm not mad at leaving on a high note, but I don't like when a fighter's career potentially ends on tragedy. You know what I mean? That aspect of it is not really a high note for me. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I respect Joshua if he does decide that enough is enough and this is a good stopping point. That is a decision that really only he can make. Nobody else, including myself, is in a position, not having went through that, to elect to tell Joshua how he should proceed. I would never attempt to do that, me personally, because if you ain't been through it, then you don't know how it feels. He literally lost 2 friends that were also his teammates. So it'll never be the same. Like, even if he continues to fight, your strength and conditioning coach, your personal friend and mentor, somebody you train with, and they were in your last camp for the Jake Paul fight, they're no longer here on this earth. So I can't begin to coach somebody and tell them what they should do and tell them to, just this is what they would have wanted you to do. I can't speak on that, you know what I mean, because I didn't go through this. So if Joshua truly does decide to pack it up here, I respect it. I respect it either way if he wants to continue fighting, but there shouldn't be any pressure. There's bigger things than boxing. Shouldn't be any pressure or any complaints like, I wanted to see the Tyson Fury fight. If you're on that, that's some BS in my opinion. And really, you're a selfish person. You're truly a selfish person if after such tragedy, all you could think about is, but I wanted to see this fight with Wilder or Tyson Fury. So respect to Joshua no matter what he decides to do. Let me know what you think. Will Joshua retire? Mentally, that's pretty heavy and a lot going on. So I respect his decision either way. And I think he just needs some time to regroup, recuperate, and assess. But ultimately, it'll never be the same because he lost team members and friends. And that's a lot to just fight on and fight through. So hopefully he takes the time, spends time with his loved ones. Let me know what you think. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new. But even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate. So ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.